All right, gonna show some side control attacks. I've been meaning to make a YouTube video for a while, and I've been busy for a while, so here we go. We've got Coach Andy here on the bottom of side control, and we just finished wrestling class, and so it's helped Brad out, and then finally I remembered to make a video for my loyal fans on YouTube, right? Thank you guys for subscribing. So when we get on side control, the big thing is it's a tough position because he has both hands facing me, right? He's gonna be pushing, framing, and working his hips out all the time. So it's really difficult to go straight into an attack. So usually what we end up doing is we have to work through our opponent's arms that are getting in the way of our attacks. Okay, so it's kind of like 3 steps. I got to work through his frames. Then I'm going to isolate his arm and neck, or whatever one you want to attack. So first work through the frames. Second, isolate a limb, and then third, I start to work my attack systems. Okay. So however it happened, maybe I passed the guard, and I'm right here on side control, and right away he's going to be framing, right? So, and as soon as I'm landing, I've got to immediately start working inside ties. Just trying to work my hands. So he's going framing me good. I'm coming inside tie, right? Maybe working his hand in. He's got the other hand here. I'm trying to get inside position. So every time that he's getting some frame inside, I've got to be working up the body and getting through those frames. And it's usually pretty simple. It's really just a basic inside pummel. So as he frames me somewhere, it's usually just here. Now on this side, I have my legs to help me. On this side, it's just my hand. So if he frames here, with this hand, Andy. So here, when he's framing here, I can come inside with this hand. But the other side, I have my legs to help. So when I feel his frame here, if I can't like keep that elbow tight, so I can't like, he's following me here everywhere I go, I can also bring my legs underneath, and that sort of helps me to clear. So I'm working inside. Notice it's basically like inside, like we do on the feet, inside ties on the feet. Once I have that inside, now I can start squaring my hips into that space, maybe getting to a head control here. Again, he's often gonna try to put these frames in here, but that's where that inside position, right, can help clear off these ties. And now I start getting inside attacking position. Now the issue is as soon as I start to go for the arms, he has that other arm free, and he starts trying to push, right? He's gonna start doing all the same things again. So as soon as I have inside control, I'm gonna look to isolate this arm usually. That's what I like to isolate the most. And so basically he's trying to get that arm back inside. As he does, I'm either gonna go underneath it and try to trap it between my legs. So I've got an arm trap this way. And now I've got free reign to work on the neck and this arm, right? I've got an open season over here. Sometimes I can't pull the arm up. He's really pushing it down to the floor. Like I'm trying to get underneath and pull the elbow down low. I keep it up real tight. And I have a hard time getting under it. This time I come over the top and pin it down. So I've got my stapling with my shins where I can work. Every time I freeze that arm, I'm using my shins here. Right? So now I can work on the far side. Okay, so again, he's framing me, inside ties, and then I start looking, can I get under the arm? I can trap it between my legs. I've got open neck and arm. Or if I can't get under, then if it's like holding so low I can't get under the arm, then I'll start pushing down on the wrist, trapping with my shins, and now we can go into attacks on this far arm, right, or the neck. Classic position we used to do called Beach Boy, or series, right, I could attack just like this. I could bother the neck here, and when he brings the hand in, this is old school stuff, still works. Catch. First one is your basic Americana. He straightens the arm, right? Attack the straight arm lock. He bends the arm down, right? I can switch to Kimura, all from that standard arm trap. So I could go, that's an old one. I mean, you guys have probably seen it before, but inside tie, if I can get under the elbow, trapping it between my legs, and now I just go to this position and I can bother his neck here somehow, right? And this is not really like, if you're fighting, you can punch, right? If you're MMA or something, or just beating somebody up. But if you're choking somebody here, right? Usually guys are gonna bring that hand in, especially a less experienced opponent's gonna bring the hand in, and I can immediately catch. And then I square the hips to attack the American lock, and I can follow it up. As he straightens it, I drop my hip and follow it. He bends it down, I can switch and go back to a Kimura attack here, okay? When I staple the arm down, a lot of times I attack the Kimura straight away, so I staple it, I'll bring it here, and then I'll start bringing the arm up into this position here for the Kimura finish. So those are a few of the ways that I like to do it. So it's this 3-step process. First, a lot of times maybe I pass in a body lock and he's framing my shoulders like this, right? And so I've got to get inside. And sometimes if I can get inside here, it's good. If push like higher on my shoulders maybe, and sometimes you push it high on the shoulders, depends where you feel the space. Can I get inside here? And I start inching my way up the body, right? Once I'm inching my way up, trapping the arm between it, or if I can't trap between, trapping down. so once I've got those arms isolated, then it's like open season up here.